All right, guys. So my apologies up front. The audio on this one's going to be a little bit shaky. I got some construction work going on upstairs, house renovations and all that. So you got to say "f it" sometimes. And what do I mean by that? Not just the profanity that I'm definitely going to bleep out during this video, but what we're talking about is fix the unhappiness that's creating all kinship that brings internal turmoil. Okay, so when we're talking about that, when we break it down, you're fixing your unhappiness, and that's connected to that inner turmoil that's creating the kinship. So the kinship, all kinship, would be what's making us unhappy. It can be our job. Let's even back up. When you wake up, your first thoughts in the morning, are those happy thoughts? Or is it, oh, I got to get up again? You got to fix that. Be grateful you woke up. There's a lot of people who didn't wake up, okay, that didn't live to see this day that we're in. Do you like what you look like when you're naked in the mirror? Sometimes we got to work on that. That's eating, that's not eating as much or what we're eating, that's exercising, putting ourselves in a better space, okay? Then when you head out into the world, do you like the job that you're at? Does it bring you some sort of fulfillment? Or is it just there to fill the purpose of, I got to make money somehow? And when you're talking about when you come home, do you enjoy what you do when you're off work? Or is it just spent numbing yourself with social media and possibly more of that eating we were talking about and really just doing nothing? Those are things, those are areas where you got to say, F it, take a chance. Fix your life, change it for the better, because if you're not happy, then some change is better than none. What do you have to lose? And sometimes we say that in a lot of different areas of life. You know, hey, take this shot. I've never had that. Well, you love it. Okay, f it. And you take it. Or roller coaster, or that date, or whatever it is. What is it that's creating your unhappiness? Is it not dating? Is it the people that you're associating yourself with? Sometimes you have to say F it and just move yourself in a different lane. You got to, if you want change, nothing's going to change until your mind does. Your mind will then change your body. That will get you out exercising. That's going to feel better in your soul. We always talk about total health, mind, body, and soul. And when you get to that point, when you look at that and in your head, that inner turmoil, and say, F it, I'm gonna address that. I'm gonna change it. Then we get to the full understanding that carries the knowledge, yielding outside undermining. F you. That means the outside undermining is what you're going after now by setting boundaries for yourself. Because once you've said F it, and you put yourself in that position where now there's a new you, there's a new confidence, a new set of standards and rules about yourself, about how you won't allow yourself to be treated, or the way you're allowing you treat yourself. And when other people see that, that's going to put a whole new notice. You're serving notice at that point. So that's the F you. It's not attacking people, because you had to attack yourself first to understand. I only allowed these people to do what they do because I hadn't said F it yet. Now it's F you. Now you guys will see my borders. You'll see how I respect myself, and that will change their perception of you. And if it doesn't, they got to go. They got to go, whether it is your neighbor, whether it's your boss, whether it's a coworker, a schoolmate, and more importantly, the inner you, or a relationship. Sometimes you got to clear out those things, and it doesn't mean you're a better person than other people. It means you're being better than you were. You're just putting yourself into a different place. You're putting yourself in different circles in front of different people to get different results, because that's the F it. That's the I've got nothing to lose. It hasn't changed yet, and I've been waiting, hanging around these same knuckleheads, going to the same job. What's the difference? Arguing with the same boyfriend or girlfriend. I'm not saying go out and cheat. I'm not saying quit your job just on a whim, or I'm not saying quit on things. I'm saying plan. You got to have a plan. You don't want to react. You want to respond. So reaction is now. Reaction can be like an overcorrection to something that you may not have completely thought out. We want to do this logically. So when you say F it, it's not just I'm just going to throw caution to the wind. No, this is thought out. This is measured. This is seasoned behavior. And if you don't know how to do that, same way if you go to Home Depot, you need somebody to cut something for you at an angle, a certain length, and you don't know how, you get somebody. That can be a therapist, that can be a mentor, that can be somebody in your community that you trust and you've seen has the results and the accreditation to do something like help you. And once you get that going, then that fuck you will come in. And sometimes the fuck you will still be in the mirror, because that outside undermining is still what we sometimes go out and do in the world. Yes, our internal is still there with us, but the things we allow for ourselves, sometimes the signs we put up, the energy we send out. If you want better reception, send out a better signal. And that's the people that you hang around. That's the places that you go, the hours that you do it, the foods that you're eating, the things that you're partaking in. There's a lot of things, and we don't have to fix them all at once. That's not how that works. And that's why a lot of times people are scared to say it in that capacity, because they think that it means, hey, I need to lose 50 pounds. Nobody loses 50 pounds at once unless their arm falls off or something. Other than that, it's 1 pound at a time. It's one meal at a time. You build up to that, and before you know it, you've gotten there. But nobody leaps up to the top of a mountain. You hike it. You walk it one step at a time. The mountain itself is not one massive rock. It's look at all the rocks that you step over, all different shapes and sizes, dirt pebbles, bigger ones, boulders, things like that. So those are also the things that you need to address. They're going to come in different shapes and sizes and different points up that mountain and when you get to the peak. But you can do that. But you got to take that same energy that sometimes you say fuck it and fuck you to other people, and take that mirror and turn it to yourself. Shine that light back on yourself. It's a hard place to be. But I'm sure that you know, like I know, there's a lot of amazing people in our lives that have taken that chance, that pulled themselves out of absolute obscurity because they said, fuck it. What else do I have to lose? I have to make a change. There's something about my life that I need to improve about. I don't like the circumstance that I'm living in. I don't like the thoughts that I have. I don't like the person in the mirror because they got me here. Accountability is a strong thing to have to face. It's a bitter dose, but you got to take it. You got to take it, because all of those things that got you to that point were self-inflicted. There's no one else to blame. And you don't have to kick yourself for it. You just say, I'm going to stop this behavior now. I'm going to wake up when I am aware that I'm awake. Man, I got some good sleep. Or do I feel good? I'm grateful to be in bed, where a lot of people sleep on bus stop benches and park benches or just outdoors. You have so much more than a lot of other people don't. Than a lot of other people do. You're in a home. You're in a structured area, a protected area, and a lot of people aren't. You can get up, you can go to a shower, you can clean yourself. You have the ability to make a lot of positive change in your life. But you got to say, fuck it. And once you get to that, fuck it, fuck you. Don't let the outside world start to dictate you. But once you say, fuck it, and you make that change for yourself internally, it will change how the outside world sees you, because you won't walk slumped. Your eyes won't be down. You won't undertalk. And you're going to raise your head. You're going to speak clearly. And you're going to make eye contact. Your posture will improve. You will watch people notice how you've walked a different walk, how you changed, how you've dressed, how your appearance is glowing. And the glow is not a better skincare regimen. It's from within. They now see your light shining. They see it shining brighter. And that's a wonderful place to be. And not only does that light shine bright within you, but sometimes that fire will light the next person's torch as well. Because they see you doing it, and they may have been looking at you the whole time and you didn't know. And now they are seeing you in a different light, because your light is bright, shining brighter. and it inspires them. It lights their torch. That's to say, if they can do it, I believe I can too. And maybe they talk to you, just like you ask somebody else. This is just lighting one torch to the next. Sometimes you got to say, fuck it. And it's not profanity. What's profane is not changing your life. What's profane is not taking that chance. What's profane is being afraid to fail when we all do. We're all meant to. First attempt in learning. It's how we get better. And if the people around you mock you for it, that f*** you is waiting for them. That's what it's about. Clean your house. Put your stuff in order. Let the garden weed itself. Some of those people are going to talk because you're reminding them once you start changing that they can too, and they're not at that point yet. And that's where a lot of your naysayers, detractors will come from, because they're uncomfortable watching you improve and they're going to feel left behind. That's what the crabs in the bucket is about. So, you still keep changing. And you'll find a different group of people that have gone through a different set of circumstances to get to that same place where they say, I need something different for my life. And that can be common ground. Maybe different religions, nationalities, ethnicities, orientations, you name it. But when people see each other and hear each other's story of overcoming who they used to be or what they had to survive, that's a wonderful place. And a lot of people can connect on that. And there's kinship in that. So you got to say, fuck it. You got to say, fuck you. And those people you're saying fuck you to, including the old you that needed to say fuck it to, they'll be okay. They'll be okay. Because you have to still take care of you first. Advocate for you first. And use strong language if you have to. Because this is an internal thing. You're not walking around saying it. You say it quietly, inside to yourself. Fuck it. I'm going to go to school. I'm going to go back to school. Fuck it. I'm going to start looking for a different job. Fuck it. I have to tell them after 2 years of dating, this isn't working. And it doesn't mean you have to be cold about it. Fuck it doesn't have to mean that you destroy things on the way out. We still want to leave things better than we found it. So if you can, give that 2 weeks. Say goodbye to the coworkers you enjoyed. Be gentle when you let that person down, telling them that it's not working anymore. Have reasons as to why. Real reasons. Okay? If you have to tell a family member that until something changes, we really can't talk. I know that you're family, but we don't see eye to eye, and I don't enjoy it. It makes me unhappy when we have to do this. They'll be okay. But don't burn bridges on your way out. Sometimes it feels like the right thing to do. But we want to think with logic. The same way we're going to measure this notion of fuck it and fuck you. We're going to measure. This is not a snap decision. We want to think with logic, not emotion. Okay? We want to be responsive, not reactive. Reactive is now. Reactive is like an asthma attack. That's not good. Okay? What we want is something that's measured, something that is crafted, that we have a plan. Because you don't want to end up just walking off your job one day feeling overly inspired and motivated without a plan. Okay? Get those last couple paychecks. Have a game plan. Have some interviews lined up. When you're going through that relationship ending, plan to be by yourself for a while. Don't jump into the next thing because it's not fair to the new person. It's not fair to you. Give yourself time to just be with yourself during this fuck it period. That's what you left for. Don't leave for something that you deem as better because they weren't good enough. That's a cruel thing to do to yourself as well, because you haven't figured out. You haven't seen it with clarity yet. Okay? So sometimes you got to say fuck it in the best way possible. Not just hands up, I give up. It's not about quitting. It's about stopping one pattern of behavior and creating another one. And that can be tough. It can be scary. I completely understand. But there's people around you that have been through it. And the same people that you might ask somebody in your community, a mentor, seek a therapy if you need to. There's somebody that you know or that you can find that is a resource. The same way you may be a resource to somebody who will ask you casually. And that's a beautiful thing. So, fuck it. Fuck you. Yeah. Let me know what you think. Ace up the sleeve, advice, comment, experience. Leave in the comments. And I hope this finds everybody in your place, pursuit, or beginnings of total health, mind, body, and soul. Peace, love, unity, solidarity. And as always, subscriptions and videos. I gotta take this. Hello?